Children, this is Redamma, your English teacher. Do you have pet animals or pet birds at your home? Today, we will discuss a story of Princess September. Before going to start the lesson, let us see the overview of the lesson.
Overview of the lesson Princess September. This lesson is basically divided into four parts. Let's have a glance at them. Introductory lines, reading activity of Princess September, questions and answers, exercise and think it over. Let's see the objectives of the lesson Princess September. Learning objectives. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to describe the main characters in the story Princess September using adjectives. Recognize the habits of the king and the queen of Siam regarding their impact on the princess' lives. Read the story Princess September and summarize the events that took place after the Princess September found the little bird in her room. Express their personal opinion about the actions of other princesses towards Princess September's little singing bird. Explain the significance of the ending of the story and how it relates to the main message of the story. Before going to read the story Princess September, let's know about the author of it. About the author. Somerset Maugham was a British playwright, novelist, and short story writer. He was born in Paris in 1874. He was a Fellow of the Royal Society of Literature, an honorary member of the American Academy of Arts and Letters. He was died on 16th December in 1965. This lesson is basically teaching for understanding. It is designed for enhancing your reading knowledge. Let's see the introductory lines of the lesson Princess September. Introductory lines. The king of Siam had many daughters. He had a habit of giving gifts. Princess September, like each one of her sisters, receives the gift of a parrot in a golden case on her father's birthday. The parrot dies, and by chance, a singing bird comes in its place. Let us check your knowledge. Check your knowledge. Share your response in the classroom. Do you have pet birds at your home? Let's move to the next question. Check your knowledge. Where do you keep your pet birds? Now, let's proceed to the first part of the lesson, Princess September. Princess September. Glossary Siam. Now it's called Thailand. Peculiar, different. The king and queen of Siam had many daughters. They decided to call them with month names. The youngest princess is called September and she had 8 sisters. The king of Siam had a peculiar habit. They gave gifts instead of receiving. Children, Generally, kings receive the gifts, no? But here, the king of Siam had a peculiar habit. Peculiar means different. They gave gifts instead of receiving. One year, on his birthday, king gave green parrots in a golden case to each of his daughters. Let us see what happened then. Glossary Oriental of the East. Maids of honor. Woman attending the princess. Oriental means of the East. Maids of honor. Woman attending the princess. The princesses spent an hour every day in teaching them to talk. So every day the princess spent 1 hour with their pet parrots and talking to them. All the parrots could say, God save the king, and some could even say Pretty Polly in 7 Oriental languages. One day, Princess September saw her parrot lying dead and started crying. Maids of honor unable to comfort her. So they told the queen, and she said the child had better go to bed without any supper. Let's see then what happened. Princess September. Glossary. Hope, jump, pretty, good looking. The maids of honor put Princess September to bed as quickly as they could and went to a party. Then the princess saw a little bird hop into her room and he began to sing a beautiful song. As it was a beautiful song, the Princess September gave the bird a bow. The bird requested the princess to have him in place of her parrot. Though the bird was not so pretty to look, he had much better voice. So the princess clapped very happily. Shall we see how did the princess spend with her pet bird? Princess September. Glossary. Vexed. Fed up. Next day, the bird was still there. So the princess bathed and fed some rice to him. She took the bird to the king, queen, and her sisters. Everyone was surprised with the bird's song as they were vexed with hearing the same words. The other princes felt jealous of it and advised their sister to buy a new parrot. But the Princess September refused. Once it so happened that the little bird went to visit his father in law, but it took longer than usual to return. Let us check your understanding. Comprehension check. Identify the birds that are gifted to the princesses. Your options are A. Black nightingales, B. Green parrots, C. Multicolored doves. Green parrots. How many sisters did the Princess September has? Your options are A. 5, B. 9, C. 8. Answer is 8. Next, who tried to comfort the Princess September? Your options are A. The king, B. Her maids of honor, C. The queen. Answer is B. Her maids of honor. Well done, children. Let us move to part 2 of the story. Princess September Part 2. Glossary. Worried, feel sad, roaming, wandering. Princess September worried about the bird and thought popped him into the case when he returned. So she did the same when he returned. When the bird asked why she put him in, she replied that this would keep him safe from the cats roaming in the palace. The next day, the bird requested to open the cage, but the princess refused. Let us see what happened to the bird. Princess September. Glossary. Firm, strong, startled, showing sudden shock. The princess inquired the bird why he did not sing. The bird replied that he could not sing if he was not set free. Princess approached her sisters, but they said she must be firm. The next morning, she could not listen the bird's voice. She gave a startled cry for the little bird. Princess September. Princess September opened the case and set the bird free. Always kept the window opened to welcome the bird. Princess September. After some years, Princess September became a beautiful young lady. Natural sunlight is the ultimate reason for it. And she got married to the king of Cambodia. Her sisters were not beautiful, so they were married to king's counselors. Let us see the brief look of the story. Brief look of the story Princess September. King of Siam had many daughters. He had a habit to give gifts instead of receiving. One day, he gifted green parrots in a golden case to his daughters. Daughters spent much time with their pet birds and taught them to talk. The youngest daughter is called Princess September, and she too spent much time with her parrot. One day, Princess September found her parrot died. She felt too sad. Nobody could console her. The next day, another little bird came to the palace. The bird is not pretty, but he sang good. So the Princess September kept him in cage, but he requested for freedom. Those sisters advised not to leave. The Princess September set the bird free. Better be a free bird than a captive king. Let us check your understanding. Comprehension check 2. Who advised the princess to put the bird in cage? Your options are A. The queen, B. The king, and C. Her sisters. Answer is C. Her sisters. Next, Say true or false. Princess September's sisters were jealous and cruel. Arrange the events of the story in proper order. The Princess September's parrot was died in her cage. The king of Siam had a different habit to give gifts. He gifted green parrots to his daughters in a golden cage. Princess September wept bitterly. Another bird came to the palace. The princess was very happy. It set the parrot free from the cage. Answer. First one is second sentence. Second one is third. Third one is first. Fourth one is fourth one is fourth. Fifth one is fifth. And sixth one is sixth. A group activity. Questions and answers. How many daughters did the royal couple has? The king had a peculiar habit. Why is it called peculiar? What pulled the princess out of her gloom? The eight princes made an offer to Princess September. What was it? Let us move to the exercise, a group activity. Children, you all form into some groups and discuss. Identify the central theme of the story, Princess September, and justify your answers. Now, write answers in your notebooks and then present it in classrooms. Very good, children. Hope you all do the presentations in your classrooms. Let us go for think it over. Think it over. There are two ways to study butterflies. Chase them with nets and inspect. Sit quietly and watch. Freedom practices its own logic. It provides rights and remembers duties. To be free is to be disciplined. Let us see the summary of the story, Princess September. Summary. Now the children are able to describe the main characters in the story, Princess September, using adjectives. Recognize the habits of the king and queen of Siam regarding their impact on the princess' lives. Read the story Princess September and summarize the events that took place after the Princess September found the little bird in her room. Express their personal opinion about the actions of other princes towards Princess September's little singing bird. Explain the significance of the ending of the story and how it relates to the main message of the story. Now it's time to end. Life without liberty is like a body without spirit. Thank you, children. Keep learning.